It's been 2 days since IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati called on his staff adversely mentioned by political players to step aside ahead of next week's repeat presidential election. And after close to 2 months of fighting back, Ezra Chiloba, the head of the IEBC Secretariat, has taken the cue. Chiloba saying that his is a pragmatic way to address the concerns of the stakeholders who have targeted him and his staff. In September, the Commission appointed a fresh election project team that has been laying the ground for next week's exercise, albeit with the supervision of Chiloba, who has also been facilitating the process with necessary resources.
Of course, the CEO was giving them the backup support and all the necessary facilitation in terms of actualizing the activities. And 5 days, 6 days to the election, all the processes are now almost complete. So his departure will not have much impact in as far as preparations are concerned.
Chiloba now believes the team will deliver on its role, but fears for the security of election officials who have been targeted in course of duty in parts of Western and Nyanza regions. While he is a key target of the opposition that would appear to have fallen, NASA leaders are not convinced, terming it a too-late move. But Commissioner Professor Abdi Guliye dismisses the opposition leader's suspicion, saying the Commission does not rely on a single official.
Tuliona Ruto juzi akiongea ati now they are ready, ati Chiloba aende wapi akitaka ende nyumbani, sivyo? We knew very well from the beginning they were building a system kwa Jubilee hapo ndani ya IEBC. Wametumia Chiloba akaunda mambo yake, amemaliza kazi 6 or 7 days to election, unaambia kae kando. Sisi hapana wajinga, my friend.
That's a very disingenuous thinking, because the assumption is that Ezra Chiloba was like a one-man show and running the entire commission. That is not the true picture. The commission is run through the commissioners, through plenary decisions, and in addition to that, the Secretariat has its own management meetings where they discuss issues and plans and how to implement actions.
Professor Guliye is one of the 11 IEBC officials whom NASA wanted removed from the Commission ahead of the poll. While holding on to his innocence, Guliye promises not to go down alone should it be necessary.
I have done nothing wrong. My conscience is very clear. I did what I was expected to do as a commissioner in collective decision-making process. There has not been any actions I have taken as an individual. And if I have to leave, I have to leave with everyone, including the chair, because all the decisions we made under the docket of ICT was not driven by an individual.
When she resigned from the commission on Wednesday, Rosalina Kombe accused 4 commissioners to have held partisan positions in execution of the commission business in favor of the Jubilee Party. On the same day, IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati claimed that the 4 always opposed his motions to make changes to the poll body. Professor Abdi Guliye is among the 4 and now feels unfairly targeted.
They put whatever they put on paper to try and discredit the commissioners that didn't agree with some of their views. And these views were being expressed in discussions that occur in plenary. And if certain decisions don't come your way and others have a divergent opinion, it doesn't mean that they don't mean well for the country and that you mean well for the country. It is not true, absolutely not true.
A mostly quiet commissioner now perturbed by the turn that the commission has taken, but remaining focused on delivering next week's election, terming the chairman's protest and Akombe's departure as mere sideshows.
The directive of the Supreme Court is that we conduct elections in 60 days. And all our energy and all our focus is to try and actualize that order, to comply with that order. And so all these other things that are happening are just mere sideshows. And for us, we are not interested to participate in sideshows. We want to focus on the actual activity in front of us, which is to have a free and fair elections on 26th October.
Guliye has been in Dubai to oversee the printing of ballot papers and results declaration form, a process he was to oversee alongside former Commissioner Akombe.
There is a lot that has happened that Kenyans don't know. Probably we will speak about this after the elections, but the truth of the matter is that there is no one who means well for the Kenyan people much more than those commissioners that are being discredited.
The ballot papers are expected in Nairobi starting tomorrow until Tuesday next week, ahead of distribution to polling stations on Wednesday. Some get to Citizen Weekend in Dubai.